for more on this story, we can go across to Clovis Casali standing by at the Elysee Palace. Clovis, good morning to you. We just had the French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne who resigned, but Emmanuel Macron is refusing to accept it.
Indeed, Elisabeth Borne, the French Prime Minister, offered her resignation. It was immediately refused by President Emmanuel Macron, who said that the government must stay at work. It's a way to show that the government and the presidency is taking in account the results of the parliamentary elections. They did get a majority, the Ensemble Bloc, but disastrous because they did not get that absolute majority they needed in order to govern freely and pass laws in Parliament. It must be said, it is a tradition for the Prime Minister to offer his resignation following parliamentary elections, and then the President and the government form a new government. But this time it was clear that Emmanuel Macron would not accept this resignation. Why? Because he needs time. He needs time to talk to different parties, decide who will enter the government. Following the parliamentary elections, several ministers lost in their constituencies, such as the health minister and also the ecologic transition minister, Amélie de Montchalin. The rule is, you lose, you leave. Therefore, he needs new faces, Emmanuel Macron, in that government. Who will he recruit? Who will he convince? Will he try to get some centre-right politicians, some left-wing politicians? That is the question, because following his next government, we'll see a bit clearer which alliances are made in order for him to try to get that much-needed majority at the National Assembly.
And Clovis, Emmanuel Macron is starting the day meeting with the leader of the centre-right Republican Party, the Republican Party that was once a dominant force in French politics. This is the party which has rebranded over the years, but it's Nicolas Sarkozy was a Republican, as well as Jacques Chirac.
Jacques Chirac, Nicolas Sarkozy, the Republicans were once in power under a different name, but it's the same people. Christian Jacob, the president of the Les Républicains, the Republican Party here, has arrived at the Elysee Palace. First one invited by Emmanuel Macron. That kind of indicates where Emmanuel Macron is looking at for new recruits in order to form alliances, try to negotiate, try to elaborate a new strategy. Worth pointing out that usually when the French president invites the heads of the main parties, it's in times of deep crisis, following terrorist attacks, for instance. It's not the case, obviously, today, but we are in a very difficult situation in France, especially for the government and the French president, if he is to try to govern freely. Some people are saying that the country can't be governed in the current circumstances with the balance of power currently at the National Assembly. Emmanuel Macron, Ensemble, his party, the centrist movement that has attracted over the years members of the right, members of the left. Well, Ensemble cannot govern freely at the National Assembly, so it's time to negotiate for him. We said it, the first one to arrive here, Christian Jacob from Les Républicains, but you'll have other key political figures in the country invited today, notably the leader of the French far right, the National Rally, Marine Le Pen. For the time being, all have said one thing: we are not ready to make any compromise and make any alliances with Emmanuel Macron. Let's wait and see if these meetings lead to some, let's say, more productive results.
A lot of horse trading taking place at the Elysee today. Thank you very much for that.